Hey there, welcome to Crafting Unedited. I am Sierra and today we are going to do some Spotify glass art. You're probably wondering what the heck that is. So what it is, it's a picture frame or canvas with a Spotify code on it and a picture. It looks kind of like the layout of a Spotify music cue. I'm not sure what they call it, but it looks kind of like what you would see on Spotify. So it's a picture of whatever you want. It can be the album cover. It can be a picture that is personal to you. I used one that's personal to me. It can be whatever you like. And then it has like the play button with the little play bar. And then it has a code at the bottom. And the code at the bottom, what you do is you go into Spotify and you scan that code and it plays whatever song is linked to that code. You'll get more details on that once we dive into Design Space and the computer side of things. But for now, a couple of things that you're going to need. You're going to need a picture frame. You can use just a piece of glass or the whole frame. I like to use the whole frame because where are you going to put it if you don't have the frame? Or you can use a canvas. Either one will work. So I like the picture frame. I haven't done a canvas yet just because I have canvases everywhere. And I figured, picture frame looks pretty cool. So picture frame or canvas, removable or permanent vinyl. I like to use permanent vinyl because I don't plan on changing it, but if you only have removable, it will work just fine, promise. And then you will need some sticker paper or printer paper, label paper stuff. If you are using a picture of your personal liking or the album cover, you will need to use the print and cut feature. I explain to you how to do that in just a moment over in my in Design Space. And then you will also need rubbing alcohol to clean off your glass. You'll need a squeegee or a scraper tool. I wouldn't say squeegee, but a scraper tool and some transfer tape. I'm going to use that from now on, transfer taper. Anyways, so I'm going to show you step by step how the process works. So let's go ahead on over to Design Space and my computer and get started. All right, so in order to create your Spotify code and to get your design in Design Space, you're going to want to first make sure that you have Design Space open. And then you're going to go over to Spotify.com. Right here, you're going to go to the web player because you're going to need to listen to the song. So, and it has to be through Spotify. So Spotify.com web player. It might be a little tricky to get to. I did have a little bit of a back and forth, but if you go to Spotify and go to the launch web player, that is where you will find your codes. So find the song that you would like to find the code for. And I picked Hero by Mariah Carey. It is a very special song to me, and I hold a very, very special place in my heart for it. So what you do is you select the song, and you'll go over to these three dots right here. And then you'll go over to Copy Song Link. I'll say link copy to clipboard. I am using a MacBook. It might be different for Windows. I am not entirely sure. But for MacBook, same thing. Three dots, find the link, copy the link. And then you're going to go to spotifycodes.com/#create right here. Or if you just Google Spotify codes, it'll come up on one of your searches. So I already did this one, so we're going to close out of that. What you're going to do is copy that code that you just found over on Spotify, this code that you copied. And you're going to go over to here and paste it here and select Get Spotify Code. Now this is the code right here. And you're going to download it. You can download it in any format that you'd like. You can do SVG and download. You can change the background to whatever color you'd like. If you'd like the bar color to be white or if you'd like it to be black, however you want it. I like the white because I like to have this bar behind it. It is so much easier to weed that way. So I just go for simplicity. All right, so then you're going to download just like that. And you'll know it's downloading when you get all these Spotify things dropping down. Now, next you're going to go over to your Design Space and you're going to go to upload an image, browse, and it's right there. For me, it's under downloads, and you're going to put it in there. And it should have been an SVG. Don't know why it's not. All right, whatever. It's all good. We are going to put this as complex. That's what I always do. And then you're going to remove the background. So it did remove almost all of the background, but these pieces here. So you're just going to go through and remove all of these pieces, all the little white background pieces. Just like so. And you're going to hit continue. And then you have your save as cut image right there, ready to go. And you're going to rename it Spotify Hero. I'm going to do MC. Save. Now, I do not own the rights to any of this music or content that you download, so don't come at me. All right, so we've got our code. Boom. Funny thing is that Design Space now has the rest of it. So you're going to insert the image there, and you'll just align them up. Now, you're going to want to put whatever picture you want to add to this on here as well. Trying to align it, but it's not going over very well. Nope, don't like that. Let's undo that. I was just trying to make it fit. I just want it all to fit. All right, so we got 5.562. So we're going to go 5.562. Boom. And now it fits. All right, so we're going to align them all together. There we go. And then I like to attach it, because that way when you go over to make it, you don't have to worry about it being all wonky and having to piece and part it together. The image that I want to use is not in here just yet. Well, maybe it is. Well, let's see, because I haven't uploaded it. You guys are going to get to see all my pictures. So I am just going to, so the picture that I'm going to use, it will be a print then cut. So just remember that when you are, what is going on? Doing this, that if you're using an actual photo, it will be print then cut. There we go. Don't mind all my weirdness. I need a good picture of me and the hubby, or the fam. Me and the fam. There's some kiddos. Oh, there we go. These are cute ones. Except for some heads are cut off. For the sake of this one, I will just do that, and that way I can show you guys what I'm talking about. Oh, here's some good ones. I think I want to do this one. That has Subway in the background. Oh, how about this one? There we go. I like that one. Just because it's a collage of all three. Continue. Continue. So you don't have to do anything with these unless you want to. If you're doing print and cut, then you do nothing. All right. Rome pictures. That's where we were. We were in Rome for these photos. This is actually the background where we're at, is where they filmed the movie Popeye, and it's called Popeye's Playground down there. It's pretty cool. Nostalgia there, if you know who Popeye the Sailor Man is. And look, it almost fits perfectly in the spot that I need it to. Almost. Almost. Look at that. That was a good picture. I'm glad I picked that. That was a good trip. All right, so this is what it's going to look like on the glass, roughly. And you can see here that your next steps are going to be to print this image and then cut the rest of it. And that is where I get off of here. But I'm going to show you these steps first. So we're going to go to make it. This you're going to go print and cut. It does not have to be reversed or anything. Everything is going to be, for the print and cut will be straight. It'll be not mirrored. Sorry, words are hard. Not mirrored. And for this, I'm going to go ahead and mirror it because I did one of these on the outside of the glass and I was not a huge fan of how it looked on the outside of the glass. But here's the thing. The picture is going to be on the inside of the glass. So if you're only doing this and another vinyl decal for the picture, mirror it. If you are not doing a vinyl decal and you are doing the print and cut, don't mirror it because your print and cut picture is going to be on the outside as well. So it's going to look a little weird. Now, to use the print and cut, you want to make sure that you use sticker paper. That's what I use, or label paper. Send it through your printer, just like I'm about to do. And you will go to send to printer. And when you send to printer, what I like to do is use system dialog. Reason being is because, one second, I'll show you. If you use the system dialog, what it does is this. It pops up. And I like to save my documents. So I want to go ahead and save this so that the next time I don't have to go and go through all of this. I can just print it and then have it ready to go for my next one. For this one, it's a little weird. I mean, I don't really need it because I'm not going to do two of the same exact ones, but then I have all the details saved. I'm not going to save it this time, and I'm not going to print it just yet. I do need to go put the paper in the printer first. But that is how you print it. So you're going to print it. It'll show printed, but you can always go back to this area if the first print doesn't work and select send to printer, and it'll print it again and again and again and again and again. All right, so my next step is going to be to select premium vinyl and then send it through my Cricut. And that, my friends, is where I will see you in just a moment. Alrighty, now that we have our image created and I already cut it and pulled everything off of it to weed it, so I'm ready to go. Hopefully you are too. If not, take a break, pause it, weed or cut, weed your vinyl, all that good stuff. Get your transfer taper, and get ready to go. So I've got my picture frame here. Just a plain, simple picture frame here. You can see my light there. Just a plain old picture frame. It was like $2 or $3. Not very expensive at all. This is a very inexpensive project. Very inexpensive project, but it turns out so cool and it's worth 1,000,000 words. Probably more, because especially if the song is special to you like the one is to me. So the song that I chose is the song that, it was my personal, like my wedding song, I guess is what I would call it. So it means a lot to me, and the hero part of it is for my husband, because he was in the military and him and his mom kind of saved me from a pretty crazy teenage years. Some pretty crazy teenage years. I am struggling to get this out of here. So for that, I call him my hero. I know, cheesy, right? All right, we've got this, we've got that, we've got this. Don't need that. All right, so I've got my glass. It is pretty dirty. I've got my picture. It's actually 3 pictures. And I've got my decal. Don't have my transfer tape yet, but I'll get there. So we're just gonna place this off to the side. I'm gonna move this chair off to the side there. And then I'm gonna get my alcohol prep pad here. And I'm just going to take it gently over the glass to remove any dirt, dust, grime, oils from my fingers, all that good stuff. Removing. Then we're going to let that dry for just a minute. And I'm going to, whoops. Oh my goodness. Butterfingers this morning. Reach over here and grab my transfer tape because I wasn't prepared. Thankfully, it's like right there. All right, I'm going to bring you guys in just a little bit closer so that you can see exactly what I am doing. All right, hopefully you can see that. If not, I'm sorry. Let's see if this helps too. There we go. A little more light on what I'm doing over here in the corner. All right, so transfer tape. Glass is now cleaned. I do not use transfer tape on your print and cut. Do not use transfer tape on your print and cut. You can. I feel like this is really dark. You can use transfer tape, but I would only use contact paper on it because you don't want to pull the ink off of it. Sorry guys, I've got to adjust my light because I feel like you can't see me. I feel like we're in the dark. Is that a little better? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. All right. Well, we're just going to manage, huh? So, glass transfer. Because it's a little rolly, I'm going to put something on each side to kind of keep it flat while I put my transfer tape on. Scrape tools everywhere falling out. Get off. Put this up here for the time being. And I did not cut this long enough, but that is okay because I'm going to use 2 sheets or 2 pieces. Use it in 2 parts. That's what I was trying to say. I hate that this stuff rolls up. It drives me crazy. I just realized I'm like not on the screen all the way. That's cozy. Oh, there we go. There we go. Sorry guys, I'm a little bit of a hot mess today apparently. Alright, so you're just going to take your transfer tape or contact paper. I use Contact brand contact paper for this. And the vinyl that I used is Oracle 651. I trust both of these products. I have been using them for quite some time. And you're going to start when you do your transfer tape. You're going to start from one side and work your way over so that you don't get any bubbles like I just did, but it's in the center, so it's okay. I try to avoid the wrinkles in the transfer tape because then it creates wrinkles in your project. Sometimes you just can't help it. Especially when your decal is bubbling up on you or rolling up. Alright, so there's one part. So you're just going to burnish the transfer tape on there. I'll take my other part here. It's a little bit too wide, so I'm gonna cut it. So the reason why I did this in 2 sections is I don't like how long it is, so I might end up shifting it. Looks like it's too long for the picture frame and not wide enough, so I might just separate it. Don't know yet. There we go. Burnish, 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 burnish. So the reason for burnishing or pressing or scraping is so that you get a nice even stick on your decal onto the transfer tape or contact paper. If you need a good place to get your vinyl from, I do highly, highly, highly recommend getting it from JPI Blanks. That's where I got my Oracle from. If you order it outside of a sale, you'll get it within 2 to 3 days most of the time. So they're pretty quick. Sometimes you'll even get it in like a day and a half. It's crazy. I've ordered and gotten a shipping notification seconds after I've ordered. Nuts, but it's awesome. And their customer service is phenomenal. All right, so we've got this all burnished. Flip it over, do a little more burnishing. I really do feel like I'm in the dark over here, guys. I really do apologize, but I don't know how to fix it. I'm just gonna cut off the excess here. You don't have to cut off all of the excess, just enough so that it doesn't throw you off. And then I'm actually, like I said, gonna separate this into 2 parts. For me, it's just easier, especially because it's rolling so much that I'm afraid to do the whole thing at once. So, better safe than sorry, right? All right, so we've got this guy here. Try not to let it stick to you. All right, so we've got my glass frame here. Just going to try and center it. So I've got the glass frame on my self-healing cutting mat here. And it's an 8.5 by 11, so I'm going to try to find a center spot here. That's a good thing about using glass and this mat, because you can kind of measure. So I've got it right at the 8.5 mark. It's pretty straight on all sides here. So the center is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. The center of 4 and 4. And then put this here as a marker so I don't get lost. And then we've got by 11, so it would be right at 9, roughly. All right, I've got an idea of where I'm going. And then this will also help me put it on there straight. There we go. And we're just gonna, again, burnish that on there, getting it nice and flat. I guess I should tape this onto the mat so that it stays put. That's what I'm going to do. Tape it so that it stays put. Sometimes you just do things in the moment that make life a little easier, right? Work smarter, not harder, guys. Make sure it's straight before I tape it, because it's sliding everywhere, so. Just a couple of pieces to keep it put. Just using painter's tape so that it's not going to ruin anything. There we go. And now if my mat would stay still, we'd be in more business. All right, so we're going to go ahead, peel that up. Stick that on there for now. Get that out of my way. Now time for part 2. There we go. Now I'm ready to do the bottom part. I have transfer tape stuck to me. Get off. Goodness. All right. Moving on. Glad I looked at this because I almost put it on upside down. That would not have been good. Oh man. Let's try this from this side. There we go. Beautiful. There we go. And I want this to kind of be like right about there. So we're actually going to fold this that way. I'm not sticking it to places that I don't want it. Hey, 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 like right there. No. This is where things get a little tricky, so we're gonna do that in another section. This ended up being 3 parts. It's just easier for me to do it in sections. I'm trying to get the line to line up perfect with the dots on my mat. And it's being a pain in my butt. Go. That's on there. Now we do, so the Spotify code, you want to make sure that you did not mirror it unless you're using it on the back side of the glass. I did it all on the front side. Totally fine. And you want to make sure that you have all parts of the Spotify code. So you want the 3 lines and then all of the lines in between. Sorry guys, I can't talk the whole time. I just need to concentrate. There we go. Alright, and then when you put it on, you want to make sure that it's nice and flat. Try to get all the air bubbles out. I think I did pretty good with the air bubbles. I did one of these before and I had quite a few air bubbles and I felt bad. But sometimes you just can't avoid it. And that was one of those times. All right. All right, time to reveal the, maybe, oops, final product. I can't get the tape off. And if you notice any of your vinyl lifting, just take your scraper tool back over it. Make sure that it's on there really well. All right, so we've got those. all ready to go. So this is what yours should look like now. So far, it's like this. Oh, you kind of can't see it because of the light, but that's okay. I'm having all sorts of difficulties with these lights today, man. All right, yep, see? Now we're gonna put the picture on it. So I'm gonna line this bad boy back up. Kind of. I'm definitely gonna stick it. But this isn't as rolly as the other part was, so. I'm actually gonna try to unroll it the rest of the way. And what I like to do for these is just to peel back one corner first and then start in that one corner. Do not peel I don't peel the whole thing off yet. That way if it sticks somewhere else, it's not stuck. If it falls somewhere else, it's not stuck. So you can do the top, you can do the corner. I am personally going to do the top part first. Because as long as I have that top part lined up, the rest of it's just going to fall right into place. Most of the time. Alright, so... And I did this to fit almost perfectly inside of the square. See, I'll show you. I did it to fit almost right inside of the square. So because I didn't pull the backing off of the whole thing, when this fell onto it, it didn't stick. So I wasn't stuck with it until I knew exactly where it was going. Now I can see that it's pretty spot on. I do want to lift it up just a little bit towards the top. But it is definitely much easier to peel off just the top part than it is the whole thing to start all over. And most of the time, if you do that, it's going to get ruined. It's kind of like trying to peel a sticker off of something. I should have just left it. Because I'm struggling with the top part, I'll fold that back down and go to the bottom. I unstuck it so it rolled. Now I can't get a straight line. So we're just going to go to the bottom instead. Same thing, aligning all corners first. There we go. Now I'm going to use the felt side of my scraping tool to make sure that I avoid air bubbles. And the felt side is to protect your picture, of course. You use the hard side. It's going to scratch your picture all up. We don't want that. Do we? Alright, so it's not perfect, but it's pretty darn close, and I'm okay with that. Alright, so this is what the glass art looks like with a whole bunch of fingerprints all over it. And this is what the picture frame looks like. I'm going to put something in the background because I don't like how this looks. This looks like crap. So I'll put a piece of cardstock back there, but this is what it looks like. Isn't that cool? So when they go to scan this in Spotify, it's going to play the song. And for me, it's Hero by Mariah Carey. I didn't put that on here because I want to surprise him. So hopefully he doesn't go to edit this video before his birthday. Because that's what this is for. All right. So it's tomorrow, so I don't think he will anyway. Anyways, so yeah, that is how you make the Spotify glass art. Pretty easy, simple process. Make sure that you got all the right tools. I used matte black Oracle 651 vinyl, a cheapo picture frame that I picked up. It wasn't El Cheapo, it was just marked down because they had a whole lot of them. Overstock, that's what it's called. They had a lot of overstock. So looks really cool, and it's got a personalized picture as the album cover. How cool is that? All right, guys. So subscribe to my channel so that you can see all these awesome tutorials that I am doing. Sorry that I'm in the dark for this one. I don't know why I am in the dark, but I am. So subscribe, watch all my awesome tutorials, learn about all things crafting. Join me in the fun in this crazy crafting world with the Cricut and just Dollar Tree crafts and heat pressing and t-shirts and everything. I love helping you guys. I love to teach. So make sure that you subscribe. If you want something specific that I haven't done yet, drop a comment below so that I can help you and so that you don't have to waste your money. I will try it first, then you can try it, right? That's how that works. All right, so subscribe, like, hit the bell so you know when I'm on or when I've posted something new. And until next time, we'll catch you later. Bye.